Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I got another shark movie review for you. I just saw Shark Lake today on Netflix. It just premiered. Actually, I think it premiered last week. I found out about last week, but I didn't have a chance to watch it till today because of work schedule and stuff like that. And it stars Dolph Lundgren in it, and wow. I mean, Dolph Lundgren's in it, and then he's supposed to be like a guy that exports and imports exotic animals or animals that you're not supposed to in the States, illegal animals. And apparently the cops bust in, and he's there, and he leaves his little girl there. His little girl's there, and you see all the animals and stuff. And he takes off in his van, and the two cops, older and a younger lady, chase him. Probably one of the worst chase scenes ever filmed. And there's a scene where, like, you see the cop car turn around like this, and the camera's like looking at it just normal like you would, and all of a sudden it turns like that. I think they screwed up and they didn't edit it out. Awful. The cops that play in this movie, they're so boring, and there's no real enthusiasm. Everyone's played like this. He's played so monotone, and it's just the characters are all boring. Except Dolph Lundgren stars in the movie, but I mean he's not really the main star. It's mainly a female cop. He's in it some, and then more towards the last half hour or so. It would be nice if he would start more because he's like the main star. And, he didn't do that great of a job. The best actor or actress was that little girl in the movie, and then they had some guy. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. They had a horrible chasing. Then I guess he goes and he runs off a cliff. They don't show it though. You have to assume that he did that, and all of a sudden you see him under the water with his truck. It must have sank all the way to the bottom of the lake in like 2 seconds. Awful. And then you see him swimming out. They couldn't even get the crash. They couldn't even get the crash right on there. I mean, you have to assume what happened. That's a big problem of the movie. They're not following through with the action. All the action in the movie is really bad. And then this guy gets. Apparently, what happened when you have to assume he released bull shark that was pregnant into the water, but you have to assume that they said he did, and that's the only way it could have came out of that van. But you're just guessing that's what happened. They don't explain enough in the movie, or they don't set out a basic thing of logic throughout the movie. It's all like bad action and everything like that. And then this guy gets killed, and his arm gets ripped off. Everyone thought it was a bear, so they go bear hunting, and the whole thing's really boring. And then like they have the hunters, and the hunter's like, well, we're going to go to get this bear. Be careful, there's tranquilizers in this gun. And then that was the end of the scene. It was awful. I mean, there's no real direction in the movie. And then they find out later it's a shark. They're like, get out of the water, get out of the water. And there's two girls parasailing, and see shark come out for like a second, go, and bites off the one girl's leg. Part of it. I mean, couldn't even get that right. I mean, the big reveal of the shark, they screwed it up. Whenever they showed like scenes at the beach, it looked really boring. It's like they had no enthusiasm, or like party around the bonfire. Lame. I mean, the spirit of my past dad was in me when I was saying, "Boy, this is lame," and boy, this is like, give me a break on some of the lines to say. It was awful. And there was this guy there was this one guy that's supposed to kill the shark, and he was a hunter. He was like a shark fisherman and stuff like that. And he had like an accent, and he had some enthusiasm, so he helped the movie a little bit. But every time there was like some action, a shark attack scene, it was done so badly. The music was terrible. The shark looked god awful. And he ends up getting killed. And then there's a scene where I saw a review of the movie, and they said there was a knockout, brag-out brawl between the guy from Rocky IV and the shark. And that was filmed so badly. It was awful. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It's just, I mean, I don't want you to think it's going to be a big deal. It's a real letdown, and the whole movie sucks. I think I was being too hard on Zombies last week, giving it a 2 out of 10 when this came out. And the thing is, that's really weird. Is Dolph Lundgren also produced the movie, so he should know about action because he did great movies like Rocky IV, I Come in Peace, Red Scorpion, which me and my roommate loved when we saw it in Germany, and also Universal Soldier. He hasn't really done any real like major films in a while, but boy, he should. I'm surprised he was satisfied with this movie. I mean, they had great aerial shots, so they did have some money in the film, but I mean, it's just terrible. So I'm gonna have to give. Almost said Ghost Shark. I'm gonna have to give Shark Lake a 1 out of 10. It's really bad. I mean, even Psycho Shark had something in it. Even though not a lot, but something. But this is, I mean, even for the people that say, well, it's just like the Sharknado movies. No, it's not, because at least Sharknado will do the action. I mean, it's more coherent. It might not be very exciting or anything like that. It's stupid, but at least for the most part, Sharknado is not boring. This was boring as hell. No enthusiasm, no whatsoever. And there was a couple times I couldn't understand Dolph Lundgren when he spoke. Yeah, 1 out of 10 for Shark Lake. And I also saw something called Sex in the Comics, which is about like the underground comic movement and people drawing erotica, and it's still being done today. And it's really filthy. The photos they show, that I mean, it's full of triple X rated. I mean, if that would have been live action shots, that would have been a porno. I mean, it's really really different. I mean, Robert Crumb is the guy I know. The other guys, I don't know that one. There was this one cute girl that narrates it, and I like the scenes of her, like, walking along the photos and stuff like that and interacting with the movie. I liked that really well. That was cool. Robert Crumb was the best and most interesting guy. And then they started talking about censorship and also the thing in the 50s about the government saying that comics lead to juvenile delinquency. That was really good. I like that. I wish my dad could have seen that because he always said that didn't happen. But it did. In the 50s, you know. And, yeah, that was a good show. I give that a 7 out of 10. It was pretty entertaining. They didn't mention this one girl. I remember seeing her, Olivia or something like that, and they charge like a lot for her painting. She does like erotic S&M type illustrations, stuff like that, like way overpriced and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't seen her work in a long time, but she used to do stuff. I'm surprised she wasn't at least mentioned in here. I thought she would have been, but oh well. Like I said, it wasn't alright. They're both on Netflix, but like I said, Sex and Comics is really filthy. I mean, just the drawings are filthy. And Robert Crumb, he's one of a kind. He did David Lynch did a documentary about him called Crumb, which is a great movie. If you get a chance to see Crumb, that's definitely a movie to see. That's far better than this, Sex and Comics. Sex and Comics is alright, but Crumb is the movie to see. And definitely not Shark Lake. That was terrible. Well, there you have it for my review of Shark Lake. I got a thumbnail look of the shark. It's really murky, though, when they filmed it in the water. And also they have, like, no sense of timing in the movie. It seemed like the whole thing was off. Like, they'll show, like, an underground scene of a guy swimming in there, and it might be 10, 15 feet deep. And then when you see the shark, it looks like about 200 feet deep. Really strange. But, I mean, strange in a bad way, not in a good way. And just plain boring. So, Sex and Comics is alright, and then, you know, skip Shark Lake. Unless you want to see it, but I don't think it's very good. But there you have it. And until next time, bye, please. Take care of my legion. I'll go.